What is this music? Time splitters? It's time to bash it up with Bash for Skylanders, Spyro's Adventure, and Earth Element Skylander, who looks like a giant dog crossed with a dragon. A drog, if you will. He's a drog. He's his own best friend and dragon. He's a slow, powerful Skylander, good for tail-to-tail combat and rolling over enemies. Here's a look at the Bash figure, which is very brown. Actually, the legendary Bash looks better, if you want my opinion. But this guy is pretty menacing looking, and he looks like he has a lot of armor, which he does. And that's good, because you won't be able to get out of the way when anything's shooting at you. As a general rule, you don't use Bash when you need to get through a level quickly. You rely on him to take out enemies with his extremely powerful attacks. He may be the most heavy-hitting of all the Skylanders. The trade-off is that he's also one of the slowest, although his rolling attack is a bit quicker. Here's a look at Bash in the Nintendo 3DS version of the game, where he plays more or less the same. He can jump, but you'll still be swatting enemies with your tail and rolling over them. He's fun to use in situations where you don't have to worry about taking damage, because you will eliminate most enemies before they can destroy you. The problem is when you try to take on a whole bunch of strong enemies at once. He has a long-range attack once you level him up, but it's not terribly effective. He's a really good close-range fighter. He's good for those situations when you want to attack enemies and get 40 or 50 points of damage on each hit. That's what Bash is best at, bashing things. It's as though they named him with that in mind. He's a drog of few words. He looks great in a Viking helmet, and he's a lot of fun to use as long as you have a couple other Skylanders to rely on if you just don't pay attention to his health points. Because even though he has a lot of armor, he takes a lot of damage because Bash is incredibly slow. But still fun to play, and it's a cool looking figure, relatively easy to find. This is Bash for Skylanders, Spyro's Adventure.